Well, hey guys, I'm Katie. I'm adding up Addingtons, and if Christmas is really hard this year and you just feel like you can't, then this is for you. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. I am a mom of 8 and I love to share encouragement here on YouTube because sometimes life and being a healthy human being just takes a lot of hard work. But I truly believe that you are worth your own hard work. So I would love if you would subscribe and stick around with us. It just had really heavy on my heart and my mind those of you who are struggling this Christmas. Because I know that there are a lot of people out there who are just struggling at Christmas. And so I really just wanted this to be for you. You know, maybe you have had a really rough year. Maybe you have lost someone. Maybe there is someone, for whatever reason, missing from around your table or your tree. Maybe you have suffered a lot of loss or disappointment this year. Maybe your holiday plans have been completely turned upside down. Maybe for whatever reason, you just feel like you can't summon any joyful, jolly, merry, happy anything to save your life. And that is a lot of us out there. What I have just really had on my mind to tell you, if that's you this year, that, you know, under all of our layers of holiday tradition, all of the hullabaloo around it, at the heart of it all, Christmas is actually for you. It is actually for those of you who are struggling right now. We have piled layers of years and centuries of tradition on top, and it is good to celebrate and have fun and be joyful when you can. But if you just can't this year, I want you to know that Christmas is actually for you. So centuries ago, there's a man named Isaiah who was an advisor to a very tiny kingdom in the ancient Middle East. A small group of people who are subject to the whims of all the major world superpowers around them, and occasionally some good kings, but a lot of not great kings, and life was just all over the place. It was uncertain. It was changing. There was a lot of conflict. And Isaiah carried a message to his people saying that there will be someone who is coming. And Isaiah used phrases like, he will bind up the brokenhearted. He will be a light in the darkness. He will set captives free. He will save his people. And Isaiah would never see the promise of those words. Isaiah lived 700 years before that first Christmas. But the truth is, there was a tiny baby who came to bear all of the things that are weighing you down right now. When the angel came to Joseph, who would be his earthly father, he said, "You will name him Jesus, because he will save his people." So if you are just having a hard time, I want you to know that the reason we have Christmas at all, the reason we celebrate, the story that we come back to, is about a tiny baby who came to be with you in your struggles. And I'm not here to tell you that if you just look to Jesus, everything will be right in your life. There's a story of Jesus as an adult when he gets a message from his friends that their brother Lazarus is dying. And they ask him to come because they know that he can save them. And he doesn't. He waits a couple of days. And when he gets there, Lazarus' family is mourning. His sisters are mourning. And they tell him, Jesus, if you had just been here, he wouldn't have died. And that is true. And what we know with the benefit of hindsight is that in just a minute, Jesus is going to raise Lazarus from the dead. But in the meantime, Jesus knew, I believe that Jesus was God, and he knew that Lazarus was going to die, and he knew that he was about to raise him from the dead. And what he does first is he sits with the family. He sits with Mary and Martha, his sisters, and he cries with them. He cries with them. And I just want you to know today, no matter what is going on in your life, that there is a God who sits with you in your pain and your struggles. And could he have kept everything from happening? Yes. Does he know how it's going to all turn out in the end? Yes. Does he tell you to stop being sad and stop worrying about it in the meantime? No. No, he says, I'm here. I love you. And I will cry with you. I know what happened and I know what's going to happen, but I see you. I know your struggles. And I love you enough to sit in your struggles with you. That is the Jesus. That is the baby Jesus lying in a manger that we celebrate at Christmas. And so if you just can't this year, if you are seeing this on Christmas Eve and you are just struggling, you can't find the joy or the jolly in you, Christmas is for you. Christmas is the story of that incredible creator who became a baby, who came to bind up the brokenhearted and to comfort everyone who mourns, and to sit with his friends in their sadness, knowing what could have been and what will be, to still sit in their sadness with them. And that is the reason that we have Christmas. Christmas is for you. So I will pray this season that you would feel God's presence close with you while you mourn, and that you would know the incredible one who came to bind up your broken heart and to comfort you in your sadness and to proclaim that there is life. I pray that you would have life and have it abundantly this Christmas. Thanks for being here. I love you. Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time.